Exactly.
But
if I act like how I did in the gym throughout my daily life,
Nobody
I
would
would
fuck with
fucking
you.
I would have turmoil and chaos throughout my whole life. I
But
swear to God, bro.
the only thing I will say about that is I feel like that's different when
Do you
you're-
not have modes like that?
Yeah, but listen, hear me out on this. I feel like it's different because you're talking about when you're in the gym, right? You're talking like these modes you guys are talking about is even if you're talking about like
Bro, I'm not
Brady,
talking about
Kobe.
hitting a flow state of mind or something. I'm literally talking about psyching myself out to like, I'm that fucking dude right now. Like, don't fuck with me right now.
No,
like,
I understand, but
It's like that,
literally,
nigga.
like it's not
like
no
that.
flow state of mind type shit.
but hear me out. I'm talking about you're saying this and everything like that, but that's not changing your personality. Tom Brady, Kobe, Bron, Michael Jordan, they're not changing their personality. They're not acting like a different person completely. You have these nicknames that you go by and shit like that, but nigga, you're still fucking Tyler Mitchell. There's still a hint of Tyler Mitchell. Like Nicki Minaj talks about fucking Roman or whatever.
I've seen that one.
Like that's the extent I'm talking about. I'm not talking about getting in this fucking mode that you know, like you're only gonna hit in certain situations and it's not a turn on, turn off. It's, you know, what's inside of you when you know you gotta fucking, you're going hard at the gym. That's inside of you. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about when it's to the point where your personality is changed. Like you're like almost to the point where it's as if you're fucking.
You've completed a ritual.
Yeah, like the way they go, the extent they go to is nowhere near the same as you guys are talking.
So
about.
are you saying the way, for instance, how Lil Uzi Vert has transitioned from the first time I've heard of Lil Uzi Vert to now?
No.
Okay.
No, that's completely different.
Okay.
And
give me an example.
Nicki Minaj with her whole Roman shit.
Okay.
Like
back in like 2012.
Yeah,
like if the interview or video you were talking about, Eli.
I know exactly.
Yeah, if you were to go watch that, Tyler, like she's like talking about it as if it's like I said, a whole nother person inside of her, not just
that shit was weird.
Yeah, not just like a
that shit was
not just a grind mode, not just a mode that you know
the dog comes out.
Yeah, not no shit like that. I'm talking about like almost as if you're schizophrenic type shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's on that level, which I think is unnatural, but that's more for another story or another day, another episode.
Was it before we wrap that topic up? I do believe it is healthy though to cater to like those obsessive like personality traits. Like I don't know, like the gym, for instance. I can be an animal in there. I think it's good to like let that side of you breathe in a way, like a healthy way. You can find that. Like Tyler, I'm sure you do it through your creativity, creating stuff. I do it in the gym, making content and stuff like that. Emilio, I'm sure you have your own ways. But it's like I really do feel like it's healthy to tap into those sides of you too.
Yeah, 100%. Like
you know what I mean?
And like you said, if you were
even if you have to tell yourself it is a different person or something like that, then that's what it is. But
and like you said, you know, if you were at work, I mean, if you just went with your whole day acting like that, you couldn't do that. But you have that time, you have that space when you're able to do that, and that's good and it's healthy for you.
Yeah. But we're not talking about doing any like fucking ritual on yourself and like being an actual demon. that's that Hollywood shit that Mill was talking about. But I got something interesting to talk about. Hopefully I can condense it a little bit, but man, we got the Nazis again. We got the fucking Nazis again. Have y'all heard of Operation Paperclip?
No.
Okay. So, and this is almost ties into like what we were just talking about, like how much are you worth to yourself? Or let me rephrase that. How much are you willing to give up to get what you want? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And side note, I feel like to get to a certain amount of success, I do feel like you have to give a bit of yourself up.
100%, bro.
Yeah. Okay. But we're not gonna get into that. We can get into that later. Yeah. But yeah. So like with this, I want y'all to answer at first. I want you to answer it first, and I want you to answer when I'm done. Is America in the wrong for using Nazis that literally were in the Nazi organization and expunging their war crimes and war activities? We're talking about people that were in charge of killing Jews.
Yeah, in charge of concentration camps.
Yeah, expunging their war crimes and such to work for them.
No.
Yes.
You think they were in the wrong?
Before Hitler died or after Hitler died?
After Hitler died, after they lost the war, after everything.
Yes.
Instead of putting them in jail, they let them work for them and expunge their war crimes and everything. Do you think they're wrong for that?
No.
No.
I think they should work.
No. Okay. So to get into it, the after the crime, America came in and scooped in 1,600 scientists were involved in this operation. Germany at the time, they possessed by far, they were superior to the Allied forces in technology, like way above them in studies and everything. The CIOS was established in London in 1944 with a goal to investigate everything about German science. Like that was their whole goal, just to figure out everything these German scientists were working on and what they knew and everything. Another group was also working with them called AISOS mission, AISOS mission. I believe that's
Oasis.
Oasis. Oh, Oasis mission. And so they were working as well. America and all of the Allied forces were getting beat at the time in chemical weapons. Like Germany by far was just beating everybody in like the chemical weapons they have and that they were able to produce at the time. The Oasis mission agents found documents at Bonn University that they had classified documents of all of the Third Reich's top scientists. So there was these documents, and it was literally like, these are the top scientists in the Third Reich right now, from top to bottom. Like the best ones, worst ones, everything. They used that list to create a blacklist of people to arrest and capture and just, arrest them type shit. Create a blacklist, all that shit. The JIC reported the Soviet Union, this is after the war, the JIC reported the Soviet Union was going to continue to try to get global domination. Even after Germany failed in everything, they came to the conclusion through their extensive research. The JIC was a Joint Intelligence Committee. Through their investigation that the Soviet Union still wanted world domination.
Like Goebbels, right?
Yeah, literally.
Like leader Goebbels.
Who was the fucking leader at the time?
Goebbels.
Stalin?
Oh, Stalin.
Yeah.
Stalin. Yeah,
Joseph
Stalin. Yeah.
Fuck that.
So, yeah, literally. So the JIC reported 8 out of 10 German scientists in the field that was missiles, that worked on missiles and all that shit for the Nazis and stuff. 8 out of the 10 scientists went missing, right? They went missing. And so they were like, we don't know what happened to them, but they thought they went to the Soviet Union, but they don't really know. So then like I said, they thought they were seized by the Soviet Union. And then 2 German psychic institutes had been disassembled. They were in Germany. 2 institutes were completely disassembled, transported, and put back together in the USSR.
From where?
From Germany.
Holy shit.
Right? So those popped up. So now they're looking at it like, okay, this isn't a coincidence. They're trying to grab these scientists up to work for them to get their nuclear weapons or chemical weapons at another level that we can't get. So then America started looking at it like, we can't lose. Like, we have, like, if we let them do this, then they're going to try to take over the world.
Yeah.
So America started looking at it as like a less of two evils. Like, yeah, we're going to get these scientists. Yeah, we're going to do this. But it's like, it's either we get them and they work for us, or they work for them and who knows what the hell happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the lesser of two evils. So the JIOA took over. The Operation Paperclip was born. And like I said, they took 1,600 scientists was working in America. And a perfect example of this was Eugene Hagen. He was a virus expert and created vaccines. And he was one of the main doctors involved in Hitler's human experience. And he was literally arrested by America and he fled. And when he fled, he went straight to the Soviet Union and worked for them. So like once that happened, they were like, yeah, we can't fuck with this. Like they have to work here.
Yeah.
Type shit,
Damn.
And go ahead.
You have to think, right after World War II, was, the Cold War.
Yeah.
That was pretty much right next. And
Exactly.
you asked this question, was the U.S. in the wrong? And if you think about it, if the U.S. didn't make those decisions, those key decisions right there could have changed the whole tide with the Cold War.
They really would have been in the wrong.
Yeah, they would have been.
Because I have there's one specific person, not to cut you off, who played just an enormous role in history, which the thing about the history, the thing that he did, I don't think he really did it. But so the dude that created the V2 rocket, have you all heard of that?
Yes.
The V2 rocket, have you heard of that?
I play Call of Duty, boy, of course.
Of course. watch, boy. Anyways, don't ever say that again. So the V2 rocket, for those of you who don't know, was the world's first large scale liquid predominant rocket, right?
Yep.
And it had a maximum range of 200 miles, had a 1-ton warhead in it, and it was just the first ballistic missile ever, right? 10,000 concentration camp workers died while manufacturing this weapon. And they said, like, if the concentration camp workers tried to hinder any of the progress while making it, they would literally hang you on the ceiling to where you were seen by the other workers.
Holy shit, but them niggas wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Them boys weren't playing.
Yeah,
man.
like I said, so the missile ended up killing in the war. It killed 5,000 people. 10,000 people, and go ahead. Yeah, I didn't say that. I apologize. What was it?
Werner von Braun.
Werner von Braun. Yes, very key name to remember. Werner von Braun. He was a creator of this missile. And 5,000 people died using it in war. 10,000 people died creating it. And the concentration camps and everything. It developed over 60,000 pounds of force and had burning alcohol and liquid oxygen in it and traveled at 3 times the speed of light. So when it was in the air, you couldn't hear it until it hit. So he created this crazy ballistic missile that no one has ever seen, or, just some crazy shit. This was also the man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to drop the bomb. Be ready to hit the bomb button. No pun intended. Oh, bro, he created the rocket that went to the moon. Damn!
That deserves 2 right there.
He created the rocket that went to the moon. He was one of the scientists that came over in the Operation Paperclip. They hired him, blah, 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 expunged his war crimes, all that stuff. And he literally he was one of the head people in commands of the mission to go to the moon when USA went to the moon. But it's like, this dude knew what he was doing. Like, he walked through the facilities where the V2 was being made. Like, he saw how people were getting treated. He knew all this was going. He knew 10,000 people were dying trying to make his missile.
Yeah.
He's sat in rooms with Hitler. He killed people, And he was literally, I think he ended up getting awarded the National Medal of Science, the highest award in science, after going to the moon, and which I don't think we ever went to the moon, but after creating the rocket that went to the moon. And it's just like, bro, this dude murdered people. He murdered a lot of people.
And he got awarded the highest scientific
award in science.
Besides probably like a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ.
Isn't that crazy?
And America had to do it.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah,
We had to.
Because if that nigga was on the other side, bro, that can change. That could change so much.
That one man.
That one person.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. In war and politics, there's a lot of things.
May the best man win.
For
real.
It's a lot of things that isn't right, but if you got to protect your country, if you got to do what's best for your country, you got to make decisions like that sometimes.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We're not just talking about like protecting a small town. We're talking about a whole country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put enough fire.
Country,
you put enough gasoline in that fire, that shit will explode. But if you find a way to compress it and make it into something that can be even more powerful for yourself, which one do you want?
Yeah, you got to stay a step ahead.
Yeah.
And the U.S., man, the one thing I'll say about this is the U.S. is one of the best. Like, think about the country. Really think about it.
Our military is insane.
Our military is insane. If you look at the geography of it, we have every type of terrain, from deserts to mountains to snowy places to watery places.
Since
swamps.
we're talking about, just how crazy the military is, one thing I'd like to add is, did you know the only reason why Costa Rica is do you know the reason why Puerto Rico is a national U.S. territory?
Why?
Because we needed control of that area just in case of a war.
For real, I didn't know
That's
that.
a very strong, that's like a stronghold.
Yeah. And you know why, since we're on the top, go ahead, Noah.
Yes. We're the leaders.
Rank the best.
But we're smart too. Like, we literally have strong points around the country. Like, you wouldn't be able to attack Pearl Harbor again without getting like killed, like smoked.
But before you go, Eli, that's the thing. Think about it. You have Canada and Mexico above and below us, which are allies. So trying to come through land, you have to go through our allies.
You got to check our allies.
And then if you want to come, from the ocean, I mean, it's both sides are from the, you have the Pacific on one side, you have the Atlantic on the other. So you're going to have to go through the water to get, if you want to get through without coming through the land from our allies.
And we have that entire pond on lock.
Literally.
Yeah. One last stat I want to give you guys. The U.S. military defense budget is $817 billion.
Yeah.
After I saw the U.S. debt we're in the other day, I sent you a thing of it. Those motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're doing with the money. So that's all I have to say about that. But that's crazy as fuck though. Yeah, that much money. And fucking I forgot to say this. Fucking the first V2 rocket was launched against Paris. 2 days later, they launched 1,100 of them against Great Britain. 1,100 V2 fucking missiles. That's insane,
man. They
bro.
were cranking them motherfuckers out.
Like Ford production cars, motherfucker.
God damn.
Bro.
Straight off the belt, nigga.
Yeah.
Shit.
And one last thing I want to add, talking about war and stuff. One of my history teachers told me this, and it made a lot of sense actually. He said Hitler lost the battle when he tried to fight a two-front war. Yeah. Because no one in history has ever won trying to fight a two-front war. Because he was winning on land. He was literally winning. And then he tried to take it to the ocean and got smoked. Yeah. I think Napoleon tried to do the same thing. Napoleon ended up getting smoked. Yeah. But history, you gotta learn your history.
You gotta learn.
You gotta learn your history.
Yeah. For sure.
But damn, this is a great fucking podcast.
Yeah, as always. One more thing, though.
One more thing. $31 trillion is the U.S. national debt. One last thing I will say about that
insane.
Before we get out of here. The U.S. is actually about to start taking like pensions and taking people's money to pay off their debt. I seen a TikTok video on it. So I don't know I'm not gonna go into detail because I don't know exactly all of it, but yeah. So I've seen a TikTok about that. Shit. But yeah, hey, you know what it is. Best podcast in the world. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to Stony Mountain. Shout out to Noah.
Shout out to Noah.
In the background. New member of the crew, man. And once again, stay 1% better.